In the headlines, President Tinubu suspends National Coordinator of NSIPA over corruption. Gunmen kidnap Nasarawa local government chairman, one other demand 50 million naira. Nigeria suspends accreditation of Benin, Togo degrees. And on the foreign scene, 5 die in bizarre fire incident involving 2 planes in Japan. Hello and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thanks for joining us. And now the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the immediate suspension and investigation of Halima Shehu, the National Coordinator and CEO of the National Social Investment Program Agency, over alleged financial malfeasance. With the suspension and investigation into the allegations, Akindele Egbualo, the National NPower Program Manager, has been appointed in acting capacity as NC CEO, pending the conclusion of the investigation. And now away from that, abductors of the chairman of Akwangwa local government area, Safiyanu Andaha, and his friend, Adamu Umar Tanko, have demanded for 50 million naira as ransom. A family source who preferred anonymity on Tuesday said the kidnappers have commenced negotiations with family members of those kidnapped. The Akwangwa local government chairman was kidnapped on New Year's Day alongside his bosom friend and philanthropist Adamu Umar Tanko, popularly called Adamu Custom. The special advisor to the Nasarawa State Governor on Local Government Chieftaincy Affairs, Haruna Kasimo, who confirmed the incident on Monday, however, said the victims were kidnapped at Ningo village on the Akwangwa and Daha Road at about 8:30 p.m. Earlier, we had live via Zoom Trust TV reporter from Nasarawa, Omar Mohammed, and he takes it from here.
As of yesterday, at about 8 p.m., the abducted Akwanga local government chairman and others were actually coming out of, when they went out to see a friend. And on their way coming back, that was when they were ambushed. And the kidnappers came from nowhere, kidnapped them, and took them to unknown destination. However, when I contacted the police public relations officer, it was actually switched off. And when I eventually tried to get across to him, his call, as at the time of filing the report, and this is the situation for now. Okay. And this morning, the kidnappers actually contacted the family, demanding for 50 million ransom. They have not been spoken to directly, but the kidnappers actually established a contact with the family members. On Thursday night, 20th December 2023, in some bandits kidnapped 2 people, and in the process killed 2 people at the spot. But the police, National State Police Command, on 29th December, issued out a statement saying they have actually rescued a lecturer attached to the Department of Biochemistry, Nasarawa State University. And they will not be able to tell us if really these people were actually killed by the kidnappers.
And hung away from that security matter in Nasarawa State, the Nigerian government has suspended the evaluation and accreditation of degree certificates from Benin Republic and Togo. Recall that a Nigerian online platform, Daily Nigerian, had reported that its reporter bagged a degree certificate within 1 month without attending classes and examinations. Reacting to the report on Tuesday, the Federal Ministry of Education, in a statement by one Augustina Obilo Duru, on behalf of the Director, Press and Public Relations, said the decision followed an investigative report by Daily Nigerian newspaper on how a Daily Nigerian reporter bagged Cotonou University degree in 6 weeks. The federal government lamented that some Nigerians deploy nefarious means and unconscionable methods to get a degree with the end objective of getting graduate job opportunities for which they are not qualified. According to the statement, the suspension persists pending the outcome of an investigation involving the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Education of Nigeria and the two countries, as well as the Department of State Security Services and the National Youth Service Corps. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, on Monday confirmed that the passport application automation process will begin operation on January 8, 2024. The minister had announced in December that the federal government was working to ensure a full automation system of passport application in the country. At the time, the minister said the automated application system was 99% done, adding that the process would include uploading passport photos and supporting documents. Meanwhile, Ojo, while inspecting facilities at the Nigerian Immigration Service in Abuja, alongside the Comptroller General of the service, Wuraola Adepoju, on Monday, confirmed that Nigerians will be able to apply and complete their passport application process online without human contact. The minister said the ministry has commenced the training process that will lead to the live launching of the automation. The National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control has rolled out strategies to help micro, small and medium enterprises survive the temporary economic fallouts occasioned by the fuel subsidy removal. The Director General of the agency, Mojisola Adeyeye, disclosed this in a statement issued to newsmen on Monday in Abuja by NAFDAC media consultant Olushayo Akintola. Adeyeye said the new set of strategies was targeted to help MSMEs survive the economic situation from the fuel subsidy removal and to enhance the ease of doing business in Nigeria. She added that the agency had reviewed downward the present administrative charges for late renewal of NAFDAC-regulated products to make the business environment more investment-friendly in a quick response to the realities of the time. And now to security matter, the Kaduna Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps says 6 persons died and 11 others sustained injuries in a road crash on the Kaduna-Zaria Expressway on Tuesday. The sector commander, Kabir Nadabo, told newsmen in Kaduna that the multiple accident was caused by speeding and dangerous driving, which resulted in the temporary halting of movement of motorists. He, however, said that the road was now free and clear for movement, explaining the rescue team of Zebra 35 Riga Chikun responded promptly to the scene and conducted the rescue. Nadabo added that most of the road traffic crashes on the highway were caused by motorists not from Kaduna State, but mostly from other states, primarily due to fatigue. He stated that as the lead agency in transport management and road safety, the FRSC was saddened by this unfortunate but avoidable incident. He called on the stakeholders, particularly the transport unions, to help reach out to their drivers on the need to be safety conscious. And now to Enugu State. The Enugu State Fire Service says it saved goods worth millions of naira during a New Year Eve fire that broke out at Oba International Market in Udenu local government area. The director of Enugu State Fire Service, Okudiri Oha, who made this known on Monday in Enugu, said the timely intervention of officers and men of the service prevented the fire from affecting the entire market. The director, who could not ascertain the cause of the fire, said the State Fire Service operatives deployed 2 trucks that put out the fire in record time. A resident of Oba community, where the market is domiciled, Sunday Eze, said shops affected are those selling foams, gallons, drinks, provisions and other materials. This is a news update on Trust TV. Still ahead. Nigerians react to President Tinubu's New Year message address. More news when we do return.
Should I keep quiet? And then we kept saying, can't we teach these people basic business, not hustling? Teach our people entrepreneurship, not hustling. Go to China, Guangzhou, different districts. They can turn fair. Am I saying what you don't know?
So this about this thing.
Yeah, but this time around we are talking about appointment of ministers, where there is an express provision in the constitution as regards that.
Let's come to appointments. You know, it is the status of FCT that the constitution has made is too complicated for people to understand.
However, if you are to go backwards and do a kind of audit, you will be shocked to find that the resources so far expended on the SDGs far outstrips the achievements face to face.
Most of the time when you are involved, it's difficult for you to draw back and have a holistic view, because what? Sentiment would always come to play, because all of us would definitely, I had, like I told you yesterday, I was 100% convinced that you cannot say you are qualified without bringing any document.
Are you interested in the latest news and developments in Nigerian politics, policy, governance, and other critical national issues? Look no further than Daily Politics on Trust TV. Our panel of experts and key people in government provide in-depth analysis and commentary on the biggest stories in Nigerian politics.
And 33.3 million Nigerians are suffering from multidimensional poverty. It's a much calmer Buhari than the Buhari who was in the khaki uniform.
Naira to Naira exchange rate is higher anywhere in the world. The Naira is higher than dollar exchange rate. So you want to...
Since central bank governor you're doing, you must do it fast. The number of casualties we have had, we shouldn't have had. Security, as far as Nigeria is concerned, we have wronged.
From the inner workings of government to the latest on legislation, rule of law, implementation, and democracy, we have you covered. Don't miss out on the latest political news and discussion. Tune in to Daily Politics, weekdays on Trust TV, your source for reliable and unbiased coverage of Nigerian politics.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying. If you're just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. Here is a recap of some of our top stories. We told you that President Tinubu suspends National Coordinator of NSIPA over corruption. Plus, gunmen kidnap Nasarawa local government chairman. One other demand 50 million naira. And now moving on to more stories. The Taraba State Governor, Agbu Kefas, has pardoned 31 inmates in correctional centers across the state. In a statement, in a statewide broadcast to mark the new year, Governor Kefas said the decision reflects his administration's commitment to justice, compassion, and belief in the transformative power of rehabilitation. Governor Kefas, who maintained that his dedication to the peace, unity, and development of Taraba State is unwavering, also assured the people of addressing and overcoming security challenges in the state head-on. He called on residents of the state to foster unity, embrace progress, and work hand-in-hand with the government for the betterment of the state. President Bola Tinubu's 2024 New Year broadcast has elicited mixed reactions from Nigerians who are responding to the promises made amidst economic crisis and the soaring cost of living. The president, in his address, has vowed to address and enhance the nation's economy. Ibrahim Ismail samples the public's reaction to the president's message.
As Nigerians grapple with the daunting challenges highlighted in the 2024 New Year presidential address, the content appears sadly familiar to many.
I hear the groans of Nigerians.
The nation is caught in a web of economic turmoil marked by the inflation, and a high cost of living, amplifying the complexity of daily life. For the youth, the foremost concern remains the staggering rate of unemployment.
So many youths are jobless. They need to come out and then plan a very good scheme that will put people out of, uplift Nigerian youths out of poverty.
Yes, I want the government to empower, to create a skill acquisition, like empower the youth, give them the finances, a little money to start a business, so that to enable them stand on their own. That one would be good.
The National Bureau of Statistics reveals that the unemployment rate in the second quarter of 2023 stood at 4.2%, indicating a 0.1% increase from the preceding quarter. This statistic underscores the struggles faced by many Nigerian graduates who find themselves without employment opportunities.
Employ people, all those graduates, that they should have work. They should have what doing, so that they will not be uselessing themselves.
What Nigeria needed more is improving the standard of living. If there is any policy that will help to improve the standard of living, I think that would be better. Taking for instance, the cost of living in Abuja is very high, like the house rent. So most people live in the villages just like this. Like Nigeria is more focused on importations. And if we focus more on like maybe our resources, which I'm kind of a little bit happy about the refineries that are going on, because these are our resources being taken out of the country to refine, which is taking employment out of the country to giving it to other people. So if we focus on production, I think it will improve employment opportunity in the country.
While President Tinubu's promise to address unemployment and ensure macroeconomic stability in the coming year offers a glimmer of hope, the ultimate fulfillment of these assurances remains uncertain. As the nation awaits tangible actions, the plight of the unemployed echoes as a pressing concern for the populace. Only time will reveal the extent to which these promises translate into positive change for the Nigerians. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim Ismail. And now moving on. The Home Office of the United Kingdom on Monday announced that it had commenced the implementation of its policy banning Nigerian students and other overseas students from bringing in dependents via the study visa route. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, the Home Office reiterated that only those on postgraduate research or government-sponsored scholarship students will be exempted from the development. In May 2023, the United Kingdom put in place a law to stop Nigerian students and others studying in the UK from bringing family as dependents except under specific circumstances. This is as the UK government aims to bring down immigration into the country, which stands at about 1 million. Under the new rule, the UK will remove the permission for international students to switch out of the student route into work routes before their studies have been completed to prevent misuse of the visa system. The Home Office also said there will be a review of the maintenance requirement for students and dependents and a crackdown on unscrupulous education agents who make use of inappropriate applications to sell immigration and not education. On the foreign scene, in a harrowing incident at Tokyo's Haneda Airport, a Japan Airlines plane identified as JAL 516 erupted in flames upon landing on Tuesday evening. Disturbing footage from NHK displayed flames emerging from the windows and beneath the aircraft, with the runway itself catching fire. 5 people who were on board the Coast Guard plane have died, according to Japan's transport minister. State broadcaster NHK has also reported 5 dead. The captain escaped but is severely injured, according to reports. It's believed the Coast Guard aircraft, which was taking food to areas hit by Monday's powerful earthquake, collided with the Japan Airlines plane as it landed on the runway. Quite a sad development right there. And now away from that, South Korean opposition leader Lee Jae-myung has been airlifted to a hospital in Seoul after a man stabbed him in the neck during a visit to the southeastern port city of Busan. Lee, who heads the main opposition Democratic Party, was stabbed on the left side of his neck by a man who surged out of the crowd as he was walking with journalists on Tuesday morning. Emergency officials have said he is not in a critical condition, although his exact status is unknown. Pictures in South Korean media showed Lee, 59, lying on his back on the ground with his eyes closed as officials crowded around him and one pressed a cloth against his neck. Medical staff at the latter hospital suspected a damage to a jugular vein that carries blood from the head to the heart. In a televised briefing, senior Busan police officer Song Jae-han said the suspect, aged about 67, told investigators that he bought the 18-centimeter knife online. The suspect has refused to answer police questions about his motives, according to Daily Busan ILBO. In sports, Birmingham City have part ways with Wayne Rooney after just 83 days in charge of the championship club. The 38-year-old Wayne Rooney was appointed on 11 October 2023 following the controversial decision to dismiss John Eustace, with Blues 6th in the table. Since then, Blues have slipped to 20th. Monday's 3-0 loss at Leeds having been his 9th defeat in 15 games. Former England captain Rooney previously had spells in charge of Derby County and MLS side DC United. Still in sports, Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro on Monday explained that it took the national team's technical crew several weeks of evaluation to arrive at the 25 players they have chosen to represent Nigeria at the forthcoming Africa Cup of Nations. According to Peseiro, the coaches set out to pick the best available players when the Nigeria Football Federation decided that the team would go with only 25 players instead of the 27 allowed for the competition by the Confederation of African Football. The players and their officials are expected from their different stations to Abu Dhabi, UAE on Tuesday for a 6-day training camp, which will see the Eagles play 2 friendly games against Burkina Faso and Democratic Republic of Congo. Peseiro said the players chosen from the 41-man list were those that were part of the team from the day he became the national team coach and some new players who passed all the criteria the technical crew used in selecting the team. On Stanley Nwabali, who is making his debut in the team, has said the goalkeeper was chosen after several analyses of the games he played for his club. The 2024 Africa Cup of Nations will hold in Côte d'Ivoire from January 13 to February 11, 2024. And with that, we've come to the end of the news update at this hour. Remember, you can follow us across all of our social media platforms for more news, programs, and documentary. I'm Aisha Salihu. I'll see you again.